Elara's wings shimmered softly as she flew beneath the moonlight, her tiny form gliding between the silver leaves of the whispering woods. The forest was quiet tonight, as if every tree and petal were listening to the stars hum their sleepy songs. Fireflies blinked gently above the mossy ground, but one glow among them was missing: the Firefly Crown, the legendary circle of living light that protected their fairy queen. For as long as she could remember, Elara had admired the crown from afar. It wasn't just a crown made of gold or jewels. It was alive, woven from the spirits of the bravest fireflies who had offered their light to guard the fairies' realm. But now, that light had dimmed. The queen's magic was fading, and the forest's glow grew weaker every night. The blossoms closed too early, and the stars seemed farther away. Elara landed on a petal, folding her silver wings. She looked up at the faint glow where the crown used to shine. "Queen Lumina must be so sad," she whispered. Her voice trembled with worry, but also with something else: a flicker of hope. She had heard stories that the Firefly Crown could only be reignited by a heart pure enough to see light even in darkness. As she thought, a soft flicker danced beside her. "Thinking of adventures again, are we?" came a warm, tiny voice. It was Lumo, a cheerful little firefly with a golden glow that never seemed to fade. He circled her once, leaving trails of light in the air. "I'm thinking about the queen," Elara said softly. "The crown's gone dark. What if we could find its light again?" Lumo buzzed uncertainly. "The Firefly Crown isn't just lost, Elara. It's hidden beyond the misty veil. No fairy's ever gone that far." "Then maybe it's time someone did," she said, her eyes shining. Lumo blinked, half in fear and half in admiration. "You really mean it?" Elara nodded. "The queen gave us light all our lives. If I can help her shine again, I'll try." The firefly hovered close. "Then you won't go alone. I'll guide you through the dark," and so, under the silver moon, a brave fairy and a glowing firefly began their quiet journey. They flew past drowsy ponds and whispering vines, where frog choirs sang lullabies and cattails swayed like sleepy sentinels. The night was calm, but the air grew cooler, the stars dimmer. Soon they reached the edge of the forest, where a wall of mist curled and shimmered like soft smoke. "The misty veil," Lumo murmured. "Beyond this, the paths twist and vanish. It's easy to lose your way." Elara took a deep breath. "Then we'll follow your light." They stepped through. The air turned soft and silvery, and sound faded into a hush. Trees looked like ghosts, their outlines blurred. But Lumo's glow cut through the fog like a gentle lantern. They moved slowly, carefully, until the mist thinned into a clearing. At its center stood a giant oak with roots like rivers and leaves like emerald glass. Its bark glowed faintly, pulsing like a heartbeat. Elara approached, her voice trembling with awe. "Are you Thornwick, the guardian of the forest?" The old tree's eyes opened, glowing green and kind. "Little fairy, it has been long since one of your kind came this far." His voice rumbled softly, like distant thunder. "Why have you crossed the veil?" Elara bowed her head. "Queen Lumina's crown has lost its light. I came to find it, or to find what it needs." Thornwick's eyes deepened with thought. "Ah, the Firefly Crown. Its light dims when hope fades in the heart of the forest. To reignite it, one must find 3 lost embers: the tear of the river, the song of the wind, and the spark of the earth." Elara looked up. "Where can I find them?" "Each lives where light struggles most to survive," said Thornwick. "Follow the whispers of kindness and they will find you." Lumo's glow brightened. "That doesn't sound too bad." Thornwick smiled gently. "Be brave, little ones. Even the smallest wings can carry great light." With that, his branches swayed and a path of glowing leaves unfolded before them. Elara and Lumo flew on, their hearts warm with purpose. They soon reached a river that shimmered with moonlight, but its waters were restless, rippling with silver waves. A soft sob echoed from its depths. "Who's crying?" Elara whispered. The river's surface rippled, and a face appeared. A spirit made of water and moonlight. "I am Narrated, keeper of the river's heart," it said sadly. "The Firefly Crown once reflected upon me, but now the light is gone. Without it, my waters have lost their peace." Elara hovered near. "I want to help. What can I do?" The river spirit sighed. "The terror of the river lies within my heart, but it only shines for those who bring comfort to sorrow." Elara thought for a moment, then knelt by the water and began to hum. It was a soft, lullaby-like tune, one her mother used to sing when she was afraid. The sound rippled through the waves, gentle and pure. Slowly, the river calmed. The ripples faded, and in the stillness, a tiny droplet rose from its depths, glowing like crystal. Narrated smiled. "Your kindness soothes the waters. Take the terror of the river." Elara cupped the droplet in her hands, its glow mingling with Lumo's golden light. "Thank you," she whispered. With the first ember in her pouch, Elara flew on. The next journey took them high into the cliffs where winds howled and clouds drifted low. The air was sharp, carrying the scent of rain. "There's someone here," Lumo said, his light flickering. "I can feel it." A soft melody floated through the wind, broken, fragile. Following the sound, they found a tiny fairy caught in a vine, her lavender hair tangled, her wings crumpled. "Mira!" Elara gasped, rushing to help. "Are you all right?" Mira tried to smile. "My wings. The storm caught me." Elara carefully freed her and helped her rest against a leaf. "You'll be okay. The wind can be cruel, but we're here." Mira's eyes softened. "Thank you. I thought no one would find me." As they spoke, the wind grew gentler, like a sigh of relief. From the quiet breeze, a note of music shimmered into being. A tiny blue wisp, glowing like song made visible. "The song of the wind," Lumo whispered. Elara smiled. "It came because we helped a friend." Mira's laugh was faint but bright. "Then you'll need to find the last ember too." "The spark of the earth lies where roots touch fire." "Come with us," Elara said. And so the three of them, Elara, Lumo, and Mira, journeyed down into the glowing caverns beneath the forest. The walls glittered with crystals, and the air hummed with warmth. But deep within, a rumble shook the ground. A cracked stone glowed faintly, struggling to burn. From the shadows, a soft voice sighed. "I am Emberon, the spirit of the earth's heart. My fire fades, for the world above has grown dim with fear." Elara stepped forward. "We're here to bring back the Firefly Crown's light. How can we help you?" Emberon's glow flickered weakly. "Fire cannot live without hope. Show me that even in darkness, light endures." Elara looked around, then took Lumo's tiny hand. She lifted the terror of the river and the song of the wind, holding them together. Their glow merged, cool and warm, water and air dancing as one. The harmony reached Emberon's flame, and suddenly it blazed to life. A spark burst forth, golden and alive, floating into Elara's palm. The third ember, the spark of the earth. Emberon's voice rumbled gently. "You carry all that the world needs: compassion, friendship, and hope. Return now and let your queen's light shine again." The trio raced back through the forest. The mist parted for them, as if welcoming their light. When they reached the heart of the fairy grove, Queen Lumina was waiting, her glow faint but her smile serene. Elara knelt before her. "Your Majesty, we've brought the 3 embers." Queen Lumina's eyes shone with quiet wonder. "Child of light, do you know what these embers truly are?" Elara hesitated. "They're gifts of kindness." The queen nodded. "They are the pieces of your heart reflected in the world. You gave comfort to sorrow, hope to a friend, and faith to the earth itself. That is what keeps the Firefly Crown alive." With a wave of her hand, the embers rose into the air. Lumo circled them, his glow swirling around like golden threads. The lights merged, spinning faster and brighter until they formed a crown of living fireflies, each one glowing like a tiny sun. The queen placed it upon her head, and the entire forest lit up with warmth. Flowers bloomed, rivers sang, and stars leaned closer to listen. Tears shimmered in Elara's eyes. "We did it, Lumo." The lights back, Lumo chuckled softly. "No, Elara, you brought it back." The queen smiled gently. "The forest will remember this night. Whenever darkness tries to steal our glow, it will find hearts like yours shining brighter." The fairies gathered around, dancing beneath the reborn crown's golden light. Music filled the air like petals drifting in the wind. Elara felt Mira's hand in hers, Lumo's glow beside her cheek, and the queen's warmth surrounding them all. For the first time in a long while, everything felt whole again. And from that day forward, whenever a fairy's light flickered in doubt, a tiny firefly would appear, glowing with a soft golden warmth, whispering of a brave little fairy who once flew beyond the mist and found the light of friendship and hope. Elara looked up at the stars that night and whispered, "Even the smallest light can lead the way home." The forest sighed in agreement, and the fireflies glowed a little brighter. And somewhere in the moonlit air, a soft voice seemed to hum, "Sleep now, little lights, for the world is safe again."